Clerk, please proceed with the preliminary instructions.
This is Mary Ramirez, your recording clerk. The City Council final budget hearing of September 12, 2023 is being held with a quorum of City of Westlake Council physically in attendance at the Westlake Council Chambers, 4005 Seminole Pratt Whitney Road. Please allow me to confirm any speakers that are virtually present and available to speak. Councilman Julian Martinez, are you on the line? Councilwoman Pilar Vallejon, are you on the line? Public comments may be accepted utilizing the electronic comment card available on the city's website. Public comments are permitted at the appropriate time. The mayor will call for such during public comment, and you may participate utilizing the system's virtual hand feature and waiting to be acknowledged. Please note this meeting is being recorded, both voice and video, and to remember your mic may be live. I will mute any microphones that carry any feedback or interruptions. If you are a caller that has been muted, you may unmute yourself by pressing *6. Any person in the virtual meeting causing a disruption or being inappropriate will be removed. If I may also remind those physically in attendance, please utilize microphones so that the virtual audience and a clear recording of the meeting is produced. Thank you, Mayor O'Connor.
I will call to order the City Council final budget hearing of September 12th, 2023 at 6:01 p.m. Roll call, please.
Mayor John Paul O'Connor. Present. Vice Mayor Greg Witkowski.
Present.
Councilwoman Pilar Vallejon. She's not here. Councilman Julian Martinez. Also not here. Councilwoman Charlotte Leonard. Present.
Please stand for the pledge. Allegiance to the flag of the States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Do you have any additions, deletions, or modifications to the agenda? If none, may I have a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
Make a motion to approve.
I second.
Roll call. Councilwoman Leonard. Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0.
We have two proclamations, one being Hunger Action Month. You're declaring October 2023 as Hunger Action Month. Whereas since 1981, Feeding South Florida has worked to end hunger by providing our community in need with immediate access to nutritious food. And whereas hunger does not discriminate, it knows no race, religion, or age in South Florida, approximately 1 million individuals face hunger. Food should not be an impossible choice for the community of the city of Westlake. And whereas Feeding South Florida leads hunger and poverty advocacy efforts in our community while transforming lives through innovative programming and education that provides economic growth, overall well-being. Whereas the city of Westlake is therefore committed to supporting Feeding South Florida so that together we can achieve a hunger-free South Florida. Now, therefore, on behalf of the City Council and the people of the city of Westlake, I, John Paul O'Connor, Mayor of the city of Westlake, by virtue of the authority vested in me, do hereby officially proclaim and recognize October 2023 as Hunger Action Month. Be it further proclaimed by the city of Westlake that this proclamation is duly sealed, ribboned, and approved by the members of this council. The foregoing proclamation was sponsored by Vice Mayor Greg Langowski, and upon unanimous consent of the council, the mayor declared the proclamation duly inactive. Next proclamation is National Hispanic Heritage Month, which goes from September 15th to October 15th. Whereas National Hispanic Heritage Month, known as Mes de Herencia Hispana, is celebrated nationwide from September 15th through October 15th each year. The observation started in 1968 as Hispanic Heritage Week and was expanded by President Ronald Reagan in 1988 to cover the month of which it is celebrated today. And whereas Hispanic Americans have played an integral role in Florida's history before the early pioneer days of our current legacy of leaders in international trade, technology, education, and aerospace, and whereas Hispanic Americans share a rich cultural and linguistic heritage and are a vital part of our economy, and whereas Hispanic Americans have enriched our social, intellectual, and artistic life in the United States, and whereas Hispanic Americans are the youngest and fastest growing segment of the U.S. and are expected to contribute 62% of the nation's population growth through 2050, and whereas celebrating National Hispanic Heritage Month from September 15th to October 15th allows us to appreciate and validate the diversity and character of our community. Now, therefore, on behalf of the City Council and the people of the City of Westlake, I, John Paul O'Connor, Mayor of the City of Westlake, by virtue of the authority vested in me, do hereby officially proclaim and recognize September 15th to October 15th, 2023 as National Hispanic Heritage Month. Be it further proclaimed by the City of Westlake that this proclamation is duly sealed, ribboned, and approved by the members of this council. The foregoing proclamation was sponsored by Vice Mayor Langowski, and upon unanimous consent of the council, the mayor declared proclamation duly enacted. Thank you. Let's open up for public hearing. We have before us Resolution 2023-26. City Attorney, read by title only.
Resolution of the City Council for the City of Westlake, Florida, adopting a final millage rate of, what is the final millage?
5 mils.
Of 5 mils for the city's general operating fund for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2023 and ending September 30th, 2024, providing for conflict, severability, and effective date.
City Manager, further explanation.
The millage is 5 mils, which is 19.067 above trim rate, which is a 19.067 increase in taxes.
We are lowering the millage rate by
5.1.
0.1. Any comments from council? I would simply just say that I did challenge staff to find the funds. I'm echoing my comments from our first hearing. I challenged staff to find the funds to lower our millage rate. That they were able to do so, and significantly at that, we went from 5.1 to 5.0, which is no small feat. So again, for the record, thank you, staff. Let's open the public hearing. Do we have any comments from the public?
Mayor, I received no public comment cards prior to the meeting. However, I will give the virtual audience a moment to raise their virtual hand or unmute their device stating their name and address. If you are a caller that has been muted, you may press *6 to speak. Please state your name and address. If you wish to make a comment, please raise your virtual hand or unmute your device by pressing *6 and state your name and address. You have 3 minutes. Mayor, we have no comments.
Just for the record, prior, what's the rollback rate?
$993.
There's no further comment. I'm going to close the public hearing. And if there's no further discussion, make a motion.
And to make a motion to approve resolution 2023-26 for the adoption of the final millage rate for fiscal year 2024.
I second.
Roll call, Vice Mayor Langowski,
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor,
Yes.
Councilwoman Leonard. Motion carries 3-0.
We have before us resolution 2023-27. City Attorney, please read by title only.
Resolution of the City Council of the City of Westlake, Florida, adopting a final budget for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2023 and ending September 30th, 2024, determining and fixing the amounts necessary to carry on the government of the city for the ensuing year, providing for conflict, severability, and effective date.
City Manager.
No changes in the budget that you saw a week ago.
Thank you. Council comments.
None.
Let's open for public hearing. None from,
None.
let's open for public hearing. Do we have any comments from the public?
Mayor, we see no public comment cards prior to the meeting. However, I will give the virtual audience a moment to raise their virtual hand or unmute the device stating their name and address. If you are a caller that has been muted, you may press *6 to speak. Please state your name and address. If you wish to make a comment, please raise your virtual hand or unmute your device by pressing *6 and state your name and address. You have 3 minutes. Mayor, we have no comments.
Being no further comments, public hearing is now closed. If no further discussion, may I have a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution 2023-27 for the final adoption of the budget for fiscal year 2020.
Second.
Roll call, Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilwoman Leonard.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Motion carries 3-0.
Council comments. Councilwoman Leonard. Vice Mayor Langowski.
I will make a comment, like the message we brought forward to the workshop. I'd like to ask staff to think of any projects that council members can go to the legislative delegation and state officials, any projects that you might see within the city limits that we can help promote and try to get some funding for. Otherwise, that's it.
Fantastic. I will simply say that I am very, very pleased that we are lowering the millage rate 5.1 to 5.0. It's a trend that we've done now for the last 2 years, even though last year it was a very, very fractional reduction from 5.1250 to 5.1, I believe it was. Now 5.1, 5.0 is actually it's a significant number. And I'm going to challenge staff now to try and find ways to get the millage rate under 5 for next year. I want to see it in
Depends
the
on what
fours.
you ask for.
I would love to see it in the 4s. But with that, let's continue the trend. And thank you, colleagues, for your leadership. Let's open up for public comment.
Mayor, I received no public comment cards prior to the meeting. However, I will give the virtual audience a moment to raise their virtual hand or unmute their device stating their name and address. If you are a caller that has been muted, you may press *6. Please state your name and address. If you wish to make a comment, please raise your virtual hand or unmute your device by pressing *6 and state your name and address. You have 3 minutes. Mayor, we have no comments.
Physical audience that would like to make a comment, I will go ahead and adjourn this meeting at 6:12 p.m.
You did it.
12 minutes.